Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network live on YouTube and Twitch as well. Make sure you guys give us a follow, a like, comment, and subscribe on both. We greatly love and appreciate you. Let's get into the motherfucking show, Pirates and Pirates. But first, it's Friday night. This is how we do it. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. The party's here on the rum side, so I've reached for my fifth, and that's in my glass up. Cause Nick driver got the keys to my truck. Called a cast cause I'm faded. Yo, listen, we're about to have a great show for you guys. This is, I'm getting a lot of text right now. This is pre-Super Bowl weekend. Happy pre-Super Bowl weekend to all of you. We greatly appreciate you. This is the first of many shows this week that are going to be coming out. A lot of promos are going to be rolling out. Make sure you follow us on all social media. Rumboyz spelled with a Z-N-E-T, or just search for me, Rumboyz Robbie, as you see below. Shout out to producer Mike, right? Like, producer drop it like a thought, drop it like a thought. Producer dropped the mic FF for like getting this all re-coordinated back. He called up StreamYard. He was like, yo, fix your shit. I want this feature back. And we got it back. So you'll always be able to follow us. You'll always be able to see throughout the whole show all of our handles. So big shout out to our production manager. First things first, I want to shout out our homies over at GLD. Yo, I'm so excited for baseball season. So you already see that I'm rocking like Dodgers chain, and I got a whole like LA swag going on. Yo, make sure you guys head over to GLD. You guys got to use the tracking link. If you need the tracking link and if you are intending on ordering, actually, I just want to pull that down for me because we're no more promo codes. No more promo codes. The promo codes that you are able to use, you can still shop through the Rumboyz Fantasy Network using our link. DM me for the link. We have switched to just tracking links, and you can use any promo code that is available on the site for your order, for your purchase. So a new kind of like invention. It used to just be like 40% off. Use our promo code, yada, yada, yada. We made it simpler. So use our link. DM me for the link if you're intending on getting something. I use promo code VDAY. I got my girl her Dallas Cowboys chain. I've been rocking my Washington chain. Look for TikToks and shit coming soon. Hey, yo, Mike, play the commercial.
Hop out in Miami with no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, don't turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good bring her where you're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I also want to shout out our homies over at Champions Round. Link is in the description. Get on over to Champions Round. All right. For real. You can literally take $12, play that on our daily dozen games that are over on the Champions Round app. And with that $12, it can turn into $2,400 as long as you get 7 out of 12 props right. We've all had missed a parlay by one. Like, this is literally built for all the sharps. So get over to Champions Round. This is profit. This is return on investment. This is ROI. This is the shit that we fucking love. Speaking of shit that we fucking love, and speaking of money, let's talk about Monkey Knife Fight really quick, okay? Promo code MKF. Head over to MKF. Promo code Rumboyz. I'm sorry. We're live. Promo code Rumboyz over on MKF, monkeyknifefight.com. Utilize promo code Rumboyz for a 100% match on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. All right. That's right. 100% match on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. You're also going to get a $5 free pay voucher. Daily Fantasy. We are here for you guys. All of your player prop needs. Super Bowl coming up. You got all-star events happening, so on and so forth. March Madness is getting ready to start up. Spring training, baseball. Like, you guys are going to want to head over to Monkey Knife Fight. and also getting ready for the next fantasy football season starting up. Get on over to all22.com, powered by Pro Football Focus. Yes, the homies over at Pro Football Focus have decided to team up with the Rumboyz to offer you a promo code to take 40% off the subscription price. That's right, 40% off the subscription price. Link is in the description. Head over to All22, where you can draft a full 53-man roster. Think of it as your Madden franchise mode, if you will, competing against your friends in the biggest, the newest, the latest, the greatest fantasy football format that there is on the market. Without further ado, Rum boys and girls, you already know what to do. We got to get into the cast and crew. First up, I already mentioned him earlier, producer Mike. He has been killing it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop the mic, FF. What's good, bro?
What it do? What it do? I know there's a bunch of people in the back waiting to get on air, so let's get on these mofos and bring them out.
Exactly. I still got to introduce the whole fucking chat and everything like that. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, he is the patron saint of fantasy football. Give it up for Saint Pat FF. What's good, Pat?
I almost wasn't going to come on tonight, and I saw that these motherfuckers were drinking. They were talking crazy shit, and somebody needed to keep these bitches in line, so I'm here to make sure that this train goes fully off the tracks. Let's have a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my favorite, your favorite. He's over at Fantasy Six Pack. He's also here at the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Pangs Pants.
2 weeks in a row, baby. I lost some bets last week, so if you're wondering where this came from, I owe some people some money. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I lost some bets the last 2 nights. I've had some bad beats.
I said Bengals. Bengals covered, though, so I don't give a shit. But I did say 49ers, and I got that wrong. So do you want to see what the most useless item I have in my house right now? It was a gift, too, so it's a big waste of money.
What you got?
Someone gave this to me. I'm not even a fucking Niner fan. They gave it to me.
49ers champagne?
Apparently. Yep, from Blanc de Blanc. Oh, no.
That sounds
It's
expensive.
wine.
Are you going to drink that shit?
No, it's fucking pointless because they didn't fucking win, and I'm not even a goddamn Niner fan. So this is I would say I'd shove this up my ass, but since it's
let's auction that off to a Niners fan during the Super Bowl show. We'll auction that off to a Niners Super Bowl or to a Niners fan during the Super Bowl, just to like rub it in.
It's just probably it's just throw it out there. This is literally the most useless thing I have in my fucking house. It didn't do anything. It's not going to do anything. It's just like the Niners right now. It's doing nothing. And this is probably like the fourth bottle in the thing.
We have a whole podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, representing TBQ Sports. Give it up for David.
What's going on, fellas? Robbie, I gotta say, man, I'm a little disappointed in you because
why is there three Chinese guys drawn in the back of your fucking thing?
Actually, correction. That's Gollum from Lord of the Rings to the right of me, aka Tom Brady himself, Mr. Tom Fantastic. Was it Tom Terrific?
Salt pepper Asians back there.
Is that the Deflategate
Save
trial?
it for the fucking podcast. Say what you were gonna say during your intro before Penguin to be a dick.
But I'm a dick. You're gonna tell me those guys do not look like older versions of me in the back?
Dang, it looks like a fucking jury of white people. Stop it.
I think I'd get canceled if I confirmed that. So I'm not going
Go ahead. Continue what you were saying.
Robbie, I'm a little disappointed, man. I wanted to hear your entire rendition of Montel Jordan's This Is How We Do It, man.
No.
I just, those golden pipes sounded like William Hung himself, man. I wanted to hear it all,
David, how dare you? Because I honestly had my finger on the mute button, waiting to use it if you went any further, and he stopped.
He compared
that's why I gave him the William Hung reference at the end.
Relax. Let's get into the last fucking cast. We have a lot of fucking topics to discuss. The chat's already going wild, and I love it. Make it go more wild. Share the motherfucking stream, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, the heel of the show, the asshole of all assholes. Probably the generationally, talently speaking, the donkey of the day. We got to give it up for TBS Taco.
Robbie, that's a lot of hate for a guy that went 0-2 when I went 2-0. You know what I mean? I hit on both of those last time. You know what I mean? Heel of the show. I get you that money, baby. had that big weekend. Y'all know we hit the Chiefs in the under, baby. We called that. But
I had under all games.
Everyone had fun.
Bengals, probably. So that was good.
Tacos on dad duty.
Poppy?
He's on dad duty that fast.
Yo, let's run through the chat. Let's see who we got. We are starting the show off with a shot, so we're just gonna get the cheers out the way. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls want to do. Weeds renewed a membership. Let's go, Dilly Deli.
Whiskey and iced tea, delicious.
Oh, that's a great combo. Is it they call it an Arnold Palmer, right?
Arnold Palmer's literally eliminated an iced tea. This is sweet tea.
Arnold Palmer is not alcoholic. It sounds alcoholic, but it's not.
But it's not.
Wait, is it also alcoholic? I thought it was.
No,
I'm sure you probably throw a shot in there if you wanted to. I saw a TikTok of someone trying to card someone for ordering an Arnold Palmer.
This is already the most ballin' shit ever. Jamie, congrats. Congrats. So we're rooting for Eagles, right? Look, this is not the Super Bowl. This is not the Super Bowl episode. Y'all have till next Friday. I'm gonna set the standard now. Super Bowl predictions will not be announced on this episode.
Except mine.
We will tease. Shut the fuck up. You don't even have it. There's nothing even. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you?
Your team doesn't even know you exist.
Motherfuckers already know. Like,
I love the execution of Robbie to look to his left the right way towards Mike, because I would have totally done the opposite. Looked.
I would have
been all like Mike. Oh, I would have got that right.
Exactly. He's an asshole. This is not. So let's just state. All right, big Super Bowl weekend is coming up. You guys are going to have. Listen, you guys are going to have a lot of Super Bowl. We'll tease a little bit this episode. We'll fuck around. You will not find out a goddamn thing. This cast is sworn to secrecy. No full-on predictions, aside from this motherfucker, are going to be revealed. I don't even know what I'm going with. I'm going to be completely honest, so I can't lay down a prediction on this episode.
Super Bowl prop of a power outage.
Yeah, glad you were able to get on. By the way, Ping, I was. What was going on? Was there a storm?
We said, "Where's this fucking $1,000?" We got Nick in the chat, Jamie, Joel Erickson, whoever, whichever account that one is. I see Pat up in the chat. Z2 is in the chat. We got CB. I scroll past Z2 somewhere. I saw him. Thumbnail seems like a Super Bowl episode. He did that. We have more. Stop it.
We got more coming.
Shut the fuck up, Z2. Toby, stop it. Damn it. I already called what I think the score will be. Dog, you can call scores. We will take shit. I will entertain whatever. I'm not going to ruin the content that I have planned for you guys this week. I have a whole content schedule planned for you guys. Like, there's going to be TikToks. There's going to be Instagram Reels. There's going to be, like, a lot of shit. So, like, that's all I'm saying. That is my press release. That is my press release for Super Bowl weekend. I'm taking shorts from this guy. And if these guys want to make shorts, if they want to, record, like, videos and shit, they can.
Hey, can I offer something up to the chat?
What?
Uh-oh.
So, I've been tasked with making a couple boosts to offer on BetUS for the upcoming Super Bowl. So if you have a small parlay of like 2 to 3 things that you would like to see boosted on BetUS's website,
let Pat know.
Let Pat
put them in the chat.
Drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat. Pat will be taking notes, motherfucker. Let's get into the show. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's do it.
I introduce to you Rumboyz After Dark, Dilly. First things first.
Dilly, bofos.
Dilly. I guess we might as well get this the fuck out the way, because we all grew up in this generation of Tom Brady. So, like, let's just knock out Tom Brady's fucking retirement. I want to make this, like, really quick, fast, and hurry. Give me your greatest memory. And some dumbass is selling $15K worth of fucking a jaw of dirt. Jack Sparrow's somewhere punched in the fucking air right now. But anyways, give me your best memory about TB12, and are you happy or sad of whether or not this fucker is gone?
All right, so I don't really have a best memory, but I will give.
Rihanna's showing cheeks. She's showing yams.
It's plus 700.
So I will say this:
plus 800 for a nipple.
It is kind of sad in the sense of he's the last
Janet Jackson style.
Plus 550 for any type of wardrobe malfunction.
We're not even there yet. Stop it.
God damn it! It's already going off the rails, son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Mike, go.
All right. So it's sad to me in the sense of that last generation of quarterbacks with Brady, Roethlisberger, Manning, Breeze, that whole era. Because I'll be honest, I know some of you in here are young as hell, but this makes me feel old as shit. And I don't like that. Because every quarterback that used to quarterback when I was a little bit younger is gone.
Sponsored by Arby's.
My favorite memory of him is probably one of the best memories is Deflategate because he's a piece of crap. But I'll be 100% honest.
That's your favorite?
I'm just joking.
Robbie's
but I'll be
eyes.
honest. I am not for sure that he is done. I still think there is a chance that he comes back.
There's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance. I think he's done, but there's a chance.
There's a chance he comes back.
Hold on. You know the only reason he came back last year was because Schefter was a dick.
The only reason
he came back to spite Schefter.
Yes, but the only
possibly, yeah.
No, but even if that's
no,
the
there's
case,
no possibly to it. He's all he said it.
Here's the
But
thing.
this is his life, though. You know,
He's
football
already
is his
ruined
life,
a freaking
you know?
marriage over this. So why wouldn't he just keep the party going?
Hey, how much over? Hey, what's the over under before how many months before that man is in them DMs? Like, hey, let me smash them yams again.
He's already moved on to that blonde chick.
No, motherfucker. Have you seen what has happened with these big time celebrities recently? Did Kanye get over Kim K? No, hell no. That motherfucker's still simping. You don't just get over primetime blue chip Nani like that.
Yeah, you do.
Like,
when you
I'm
have
gonna
another
be honest. I'll be honest.
According to Twitter, TMZ says that he's dating Margot Robbie now. That's what I'm going on.
Listen.
Point.
Okay, well, if it was Margot Robbie, then you know what? Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself.
They were lying about Margot. They were lying about Margot Robbie dating like everyone from like a dog to like just
Isaiah Hodgins.
Yeah,
listen.
Exactly.
Linda. Tom Brady's officially fucking done. Let's go off the premise of for the purposes of this episode and this segment, the motherfucker is done. Pat, best memory.
I gotta go with one. I get a unique perspective as someone that hated professional Brady, but am a Michigan Wolverines fan.
Yeah, it's a little conflicting, huh?
So I've had the conflict of watching him beat teams that I like, especially his time with the Bucs at the end, and the NFC Championship game against the Packers, and the ugliness that was before his final Super Bowl, mixed with his national title run with the Michigan Wolverines. So I'm happy for his accomplishments. I think he's definitely the GOAT. I think Peyton's more talented, but I think Brady is the straight up GOAT.
Okay.
So overall, it's hard to nail a long career like his down to one moment.
You don't have a favorite. Everyone has a favorite moment of any player.
It's not,
I couldn't stand him enough.
Like,
That's
I'm gonna
problem.
tell. But my moment's gonna be fucking hilarious. So like, it's gonna be great. Like,
Okay, then my favorite moment is seeing him cry when they lost to freaking Eli Manning.
my moment was not that goddamn. Whoa! I'm trying
Did
to
he actually
celebrate
shed
this man's
tears?
career. Stop, Leafs. That's the next segment. Relax. Fuck. All right, let's make this quick. Pang. Happy or sad that he's gone? Favorite moment. Let's go.
I'm happy that he's
Running.
gone, but at this point, does it really matter? I'm
Favorite
not happy
moment.
as a Dolphins fan. He's terrorized us for the length of people I've known, right? But my happiest, I would say, my favorite moment from him is when he won me a bet. I betted $500 for the Patriots to win against the Seahawks, and they win because of Malcolm Butler. And then fucking best moment of my fucking life because I had my entire team at the time was gambling with me, so it was like probably like 2Gs, 3Gs on this game, and fucking hit off that pick. And I'm just like, well, thank God Tom Brady is fucking Tom Brady because he was the only one that could have handled the Legion of Boom at that prime time. They were, probably, the best defense those 3 to 4 years. So, as much as I hate the guy, I'm gonna miss him. He's the GOAT. What you can say about it.
I hate his ass. David.
My favorite memory was him retiring. Honestly, that was my favorite memory.
My favorite memory was Terrell Suggs bitching him.
Either that or when he had amnesia to forget what down it was against my Bears on, was it Thursday Night Football? I believe it was, or Monday Night Football, back in 2020. I can't stand. I mean, okay, listen, he's the greatest quarterback of all time. He thrived on all levels of his passing game. Don't get me wrong, but I can't fucking stand this guy. If I have to hear one more, let's go, I'm going to lose my fucking mind because that's all he did, and I can't stand it, And I'm so ecstatic the day has finally come to where Tomothy calls it quits because enough's enough. He's hogging all the winning. He's hogging all the domination. Bye, Felicia. Good riddance. Okay.
Really quick, pay attention to this comment really quick. The merch line will be relaunching very soon. I love that. Really long time subscriber Nick O'Brien saying that he loves the sweater that we sent him. It's keeping him warm. Let's go. Like Rumboyz merch coming back. Rumboyz.com coming back. Guess who's back? Back again. So I comments like that warm my fucking heart.
Last little bit I want to say, though. I do think he's the greatest quarterback of all time. Not the greatest player of all time. No, that's Jerry Rice. Unequivocally so.
Oh.
Robbie will disagree with you, but
Save it for another episode. Save it for another episode where we're going to, fuck you. Suck a dick.
Love it.
He's like, yeah.
Make it rain.
Give me all your hate, Robbie. Give me all your hate.
Exactly.
Clearly, David and I are having a beef develop. Make sure you stay tuned for more Rumboyz After Dark. And yeah, we actually sell pre-cut off sleeve merch. So you don't have to do that. Just saying. You fucking weirdo. You're a psychopath. You're a fucking psychopath. If you buy a shirt intentionally of any brand just to cut out, you're a psychopath. I think there might be some aggression issues there that haven't been released yet.
I mean, back in the day, people used to buy.
C2 is a former baseball player, so we don't know if there might be previous void rage. We don't know. He's like still cutting the sleeves off a sleeve. God damn it, Taco! Give me your fucking tape. Fuck my life.
Hold on, before Taco goes,
whatever Taco's gonna say is gonna be smarter than this fucking comment right here.
No, look what we put right underneath that. Or
what
right
up, Albert?
That.
He's like skip Taco.
Yeah, skip Taco.
He works here. Stop it.
Can we reverse?
Taco, do your
Someone
job.
hit the reverse. Send it back around.
Crazy. Now, I have like two, and it kind of made it sweet. My first is the game versus Oakland in the snow. All those years ago, which first got him started, the Tuck Rule game. I think that's the first time that Tom Brady really made a name for himself. And I was actually rooting really hard for the Raiders at that time because they had just got Jerry Rice. I was really getting into football, and I really want them to win. And that Tuck Rule was just like insane to me because he fumbled. He didn't get it. And then the other one would be when the Giants beat him in the Super Bowl because
Rumboyz shorts.
Let's face it, it's
that comment. Like I normally only take shots for dodos, but that is such a punchline.
Let's get some Rumboyz jorts up in here, please.
Fuck you, David.
Sorry, Talk. I didn't mean to interrupt you, buddy.
No. I mean, I could see Robbie wearing jorts.
He does look like a jorts guy.
Add a GLD chain that makes you basically Rumcina.
No. Oh my god!
But yeah, man, it's those two. Those two are like his defining.
Instead of saying juicy on the ass, it says Rumboyz.
Juicy ass jorts, man. There we go.
And hey, Robbie, I think that's a wave this summer.
Yeah. Set the trend, man. Set the new fashion
Bro,
trend.
I think that's a great way to brand yourself when you go to Canton.
Yeah. He's the shorts guy.
Yo,
It'll be like a walking
if
billboard
Z2
for
shows up
everyone.
in Canyon some fucking Georgia with Rumboyz on the ass, with a
It'll
fucking
be like
Rumboyz cut off,
Rum boys on Two Cheeks. Rum
it's
boys.
a cowboy fucking boots.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Just put a big giant Rumboyz R on the crotch.
Oh God!
You
Hey,
open up
it's like
the
we did- hey,
you open up the fly. It's the
when
middle
we
of
did
the.
in Troy,
It's big.
hey,
It's
when
just
we did in
circle
Troy
the
the
R, and you
fucking
stick your
fox
dick
suit, what
out of
happened
it.
to Troy in
And
the
make sure
fox
you
suit?
record the whole thing.
What happened to Troy in the fox suit would be that would top that. That would be fucking next level, bro.
Here's what it would say. It would say.
In honor of Toby.
A Rumboyz
Flexing them
romper.
guns, baby. It would say rum on one cheek, boys on the other ass cheek, and then on the front near the crotch, it would say After Dark.
I was in Vegas and Mike, it was one time I wanted your Chiefs to win against the Niners in the Super Bowl. Let's go. Let's go. Rumboyz short sponsored by our only rum. Oh my gosh. Someone actually did ask me, like legitimately. So this is like real life, like this is like within the last like couple of weeks. If you guys have noticed, I've been more active on a lot of different social media accounts. And per an Instagram DM, like we were asked like if I would broadcast our lives because of some of the things that we say, if we would do a OnlyFans uncensored, like everyone would still be the same, but like we do like an OnlyFans version of it, and who knows, like that shit is honestly like sky's the limit. Like sky's the limit. Like if you guys would be like, yo, like we want a real uncensored. We censor ourselves a lot. Like half the shit that we really want to say, we don't really say.
We're definitely testing the boundaries for what.
I'm pretty sure we've broken a lot of fucking YouTube.
If I tweeted half the things I thought
the fact that YouTube, hold on, the fact that YouTube gave us a new contract for our fucking YouTube Shorts is phenomenal. Like the fact that they're like, we want to pay you more to do YouTube Shorts. Will you please do them?
Yeah.
That shit. Look, I'm just saying.
Getting a little spicy in the chat with some of these fucking NSFW comments I'm seeing.
Oh my god!
And dick pics and...
Yeah, we're eventually gonna have to fucking like go off the radar.
In Robbie's Jordan. That's the only rum.
I'm gonna drop my favorite Tom Brady memory.
What do you got?
We all saw the TikTok of the Rumboyz story where I kind of parodied the campaign. If you guys haven't taken a look at it, go take a look at that TikTok or that YouTube short. Give it a like. Here's what I'll say. When Tom Brady, I think I was like maybe like 11 or 12. When Tom Brady smoked Jake Delhomme, honestly, it was Adam Vinatieri.
Horrible.
It was honestly Adam Vinatieri that did it. That like there was never a moment for a long time. I was not the guy. I always knew that I wanted to work in sports. And Tom Brady kind of just fueled that vengeance as a sports personality. Like, I really fucking hate this guy. Like, I really just don't like this guy. Dog, let me get to the root of this story. So, need to remind you guys, I'm just, at this age, I'm just getting into fantasy football. I'm helping my dad make picks and shit, so on and so forth. I'm the kid in elementary, middle school, talking shit, and I'm talking big cash shit at this age. Yo, fuck you, fuck this guy, Tom Brady. At this time, I'm still thinking that Brady should have never. There was nothing that to me that was Brady should have taken over for Bledsoe at this time. And then when he gave Delhomme, when that happened, go back and watch that. And again, it wasn't Brady; it was Adam Vinatieri. It was Adam Vinatieri for a long while. But the quarterback has to do some work. Has to do a lot of work, most of the work. To put your kicker in those positions to win those games, and a lot of those moments to come down clutch. You can't just say greatest quarterback of all time. I don't know what the fuck David is doing. You can't just say
I've got reasons. But I'll keep them for another day if you want.
You can't just say greatest quarterback of all time.
I can.
Yes, you can.
I can definitely back it up.
That's some Kobe Bryant clutch.
He's clutch as shit. Greatest quarterback, unequivocally so.
That's something you have to.
You can't act like Kobe Bryant.
Hang on.
He's got more Super Bowls than franchises.
Hang on. You have to include how clutch. And you have to think about every time since the beginning of that Jake Delhomme Super Bowl. That was a definitive moment. That first one.
That was my first game I ever watched too.
One of my first. That was one of my first vivid. I had watched the Brett Favre Packers one, and I have plenty of memories. I have several memories way before that. Actually, I grew up in where my dad was a Cowboys fan. So when you look at that, and when that was the first time that at a very young age that was aspiring to be a sports analyst, that was the first time I had to learn about eating crow. When I'm like, no, Jake Delhomme's that motherfucker, and I'm on the back of the school bus. We're talking like we're 12, 13 years old shooting fucking dice games on the back of a goddamn bus. I didn't exactly go to the ideal public fucking school. I went to
2004. I'm old as fuck.
I'm starting fucking 8th grade football back then, bro.
Yeah.
We're just being bad as shit. I went to a really fucked up high school. We had metal detectors. Really? So I'm telling you, I had to eat crow. And when it's you're a fucking idiot. You picked Jake Delhomme. When that's the first time I ever got, before the internet was ever the internet, before fucking comments on Twitter, when you miss a bet on Twitter, or you miss a bet on TikTok, or you miss a bet on YouTube, comments are a fucking thing. That shit back then, you know what it's like to get roasted on the fucking back of a school bus?
A lot of great conversations on the back of the school bus.
Bro, I've had a lot of memories in the back. I've been twerked on the back of the school bus, bro. You've been roasted in the back of that motherfucker.
What did you say? You were twerked on?
Yeah. Until Taco's like, yeah.
Down and dirty back there.
I thought he heard he was twerking. I thought Robbie was twerking.
Hey, that sounds like a fly ass school, man. Doesn't sound so bad to me.
Robbie had the Rumboy jorts from a young age, and he was twerking on the bus.
Fuck you. Yo, let's get into this next topic. Before we do, I said we were gonna have some fucking fun tonight. I said this stream was easily probably gonna it's pre-Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
So whatever's about to happen next week, it's about to be magnified times 10. So all we're doing at a very slow and steady controlled pace is setting the pace for you guys. That's it. Fuck you, Z2. I love how Weeds is like I saw my first pair of yayas on the back of a bus. From there on, which is what began my degenerate betting journey, as we bring it into present times, we begin talking about this coaching carousel.
Ooh.
Sean Payton, Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson has an office and a parking spot, and now clearly Peyton will have one as well. Is this the move that can turn this franchise around? Or are you not buying into it? Before anyone else goes, I'm going to just say 2 years, give him a Super Bowl. Peyton then retires. Cheers to me. Cheers to you all, the Rumboyz and girls. What do, dilly. Taco, take it away.
I don't see Peyton coming out of 10 years.
God damn it, Jamie's comment. Fuck my life.
I don't see him leaving after 2 years. Peyton seems like he's a lifer in football. Mm-hmm. He seems like he has a real passion for the game. What he did with the Saints over his tenure was really phenomenal. If you
No,
ask
it's a little
me,
fake Burberry. This shit from Sheen. You know what I'm saying? The shirt from Sheen, chain from GLD.
yeah. But I'll say this:
Probably
I
Joe
think
Burrow. Oh, God.
Sean Payton's gonna make a difference. That offense is gonna be better. That defense is gonna play good. Like he's gonna get the right people in the right places. That is gonna be at least a stable franchise for once. The last couple of years, they've been really just shitty dealing with consistent.
Was that an intentional pun? Stable Broncos, or was that just accidental?
Oh wow, Pat!
I gotta know.
Like
I don't think the Taco set that joke up like that.
I don't think Taco
he didn't, but it was great.
But it was good.
Damn, that was good. Fuck, you should have never said nothing. Holy shit.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I think that's what's going to be a big difference for them. And, you know, in that competitive AFC West, I think they have a shot to be better than the Chargers.
Damn.
I'm blaming for that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm still blown away that bro, that was damn.
That's what we do here, baby. You know, how
stable with the Broncos, like that was bars. That was bars.
Like, you know what I mean? Like how Jay-Z does it. You know what I mean? Just comes off the top. And
Don't ever. I'm done. That's it. This motherfucker comparing himself to Jay-Z. What the fuck?
We freestylers. Yeah, we just getting the boot.
Sean Payton's gonna get Russ to stop doing high knees on the plane. Bro, honestly, like
Taco Hovo
Sean Payton in that division is dangerous as fuck, dude. Like that's just dangerous, dog. Payton better be bumping Future music. Oh,
he got what is it?
Whoa.
He dances the whitest of white dudes, though. So I just want to see him actually competently bust a move before he fucking bumps any Future.
Really quick. Yo, Accepting My Flaws by Future, greatest song ever. David, take it away. Your thoughts on Peyton, Denver, the Broncos, the riding the stable.
The Denver Donkeys.
Oh, fuck.
For me,
no,
Sean
I was
Payton.
going to say it if he didn't.
Yeah, I mean they're playing like some donkey dick right now, so it's a good hire, honestly. To get,
I need to bet this live. Go ahead.
It's a really good hire. I think I encourage though Joe Ellis, their owner, to proceed with patience with Sean Payton for him to get this going, because I like what Taco's getting at, but the thing I wonder though is this roster is not as good as what it was preseason last year. You know,
David, wonder everything about Taco says.
In this sense, I gotta echo with him. I don't always echo. I sided with you when we were choosing Commanders versus Giants during the regular season, and then that backfired. So now I'm going to forever side with Taco.
How about the Bengals?
Well, yeah, I know. I picked the exactly. We both picked the Eagles and the Chiefs. That's right. So back to this Broncos team, though. I love what they're doing with this. He needs to proceed with patience because I don't think they're going to get it right in 1 year. They still need some help, I think, in solidifying the run game. I mean, Javonte Williams is going to be, expected to come back, but is he going to be expected to come back in full form? That's a big question mark. Their defense, remember, they gave up Bradley Chubb last year, okay? There's no Von Miller over the last couple of years, and I know they still have been able to hold up just fine. They've got some talent on the defensive end, especially in their linebacking core, their secondary.
They're really good defense.
No, but they need more, though. It's not complete for them to be a contender as soon as next year, in my opinion. I think next year
could also honestly do something with the offense. If the offense fucking
next year, okay, potentially, I'll say they can go 10-7 next year.
Yeah,
but I think that's 11-6 is like maybe best case scenario. I don't see anything beyond that.
They're not better than the Chiefs.
No, and they're not better than the Chiefs, exactly. And they're and even the Chargers could be.
Nick said he's going to be a menace to Mike during the Super Bowl stream.
But last little thing though, I love the hire because of Sean Payton's brilliance as a play caller. I don't think he's Andy Reid level, but he's not far from it. I mean, what he's been able to do to master the West Coast offense to a T, with how disciplined he makes players execute within that offense, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be a perfect match, especially for Russell Wilson, who has the familiarity with Brian Schottenheimer. So I love this long term, but you got to proceed with patience right now because it's not going to be fixed in just 1 year.
No. And I think that's something that Denver fans are going to honestly have to grasp. So you saying that, especially in that tone, I hope that echoes through the chambers of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
Because I'm damn sure not going to be the one to say it.
And I
Especially
don't
on
think-
this show. Especially on this show. You're not
And
going to catch me in the grocery store preaching David's praises right now.
Well, so you have no love for the Broncos despite living in Colorado, right?
They can get fucked. What makes living in Colorado so great is seeing them cry.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Those
Aw.
Broncos fans sobbing.
My team beat them way back in, So like, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a whole thing.
You know what's sweet? Those Commanders tears after we eliminate them.
You need a ref help. Congratulations.
Stoking the fire here, Taco. You're stoking the fire.
You need a ref help. Congratulations.
Wait, and then one last thing I just wanted to say. I don't think they gave up too much either. I think this was totally fine for a trade in terms of the draft capital they gave up to get him. So
I feel like I feel like the trade is definitely equitable. I mean, and if you're the Saints, like you're needing to gain something out of this. It works out. And if you're the Broncos, you're needing to elevate yourself for the long game. So the fact that you have a coach that can help you develop long game, not just some guy that's basically a fucking filler. I feel like that within itself answered itself. Payne.
Honestly, you could give up whatever the hell you want to get Sean Payton. It's as long as it hits, it works out. So the way I look at it is that if you look at Drew Brees when he was a Charger to when he went to the Saints, it's not necessarily like two different Drew Brees, but the numbers are completely different. They're not even remotely close to each other, right? He never threw for 4,000 yards as a Charger. He had LT. He had Antonio Gates, the same shit that people give Phillip Rivers crap for. Like, Phillip Rivers should have won. He had LT. He had LT. Like, fuck, so did Drew Brees. Drew Brees had his entire career. Like, so, his entire tenure there. So, like, fuck, who cares, right? And he had Antonio Gates. So, 2 Hall of Famers. He still didn't get it done. Now he goes to the Saints with the first year, Sean Payton. And they turned a franchise that was 3-13 the year prior to a 10-16. Like, that's in their best weapon on the team was Reggie Bush, Marcus Colston, rookie Marcus Colston. Like, pretty goddamn impressive. I'll give it to you. So the way I look at Russell Wilson is, he could be coached up, man. Russell doesn't seem like a headache kind of guy. Maybe kind of annoying, but not a headache. And Sean Payton has done it before. And people, I saw this thing today that made me laugh. They were comparing Sean Payton like Mike McCarthy, and I thought that was the stupidest shit. Because Mike McCarthy didn't prove himself to make someone better. He already had a Hall of Fame guy that was doing Hall of Fame shit the entire time. Drew Brees proven that he wasn't a Hall of Fame guy at one point in his career. Shoulder injury, comes to a team, and then becomes the Hall of Fame guy. And I think a lot of it came down to Sean Payton. Not to say that what Drew Brees didn't do on his own, but you have a guy that elevates you, man. Who isn't making LT do 2,000 scrimmage yards a year. I think it helps you out. I think that's what's going to end up happening. I think Sean Payton's going to help him out a ton. Are we going to get the Russell Wilson people want? No. But you're not going to get this Russell Wilson that we just got. This fucking travesty of a football team out there. So I think it's all upside here. So if it trades and it gets a locker room win, I would say it's worth it because that fucking team is demoralized.
Yeah.
That team has all the talent and they aren't winning.
Yeah.
Imagine being the best power lifter and you're fucking losing to 2 weights below you. You wouldn't want to show up anymore, right? You'd be like, I'm fucking just losing. I'm not coming in. So if he wins back in the locker room, this is a win for this team, let alone the fucking draft picks. Because no draft picks coming in there and turning around the locker room, right? Yeah. There's no fucking way. So I think that's where I sit on it.
Probably.
And I think that's all it takes. I think Sean Payton does more than 2 years. I think Sean Payton takes it across as long as this fucking team's competitive.
You pair Javon Hargrave with Shelby Harris in the middle and bring in a tackler like Deion Jones. I think this becomes one of the best and just have the offense perform better. Is what Sue says. Sean Payton has the highest points. Sean Payton has the highest points per game in the Super Bowl era, 27.6 per game. They're not bad. They're just uneducated. Okay, about the NFL refs. We're gonna get into some of that here in a minute. Pat, Mike, let's go.
So everyone's singing the Broncos' praises for this, and yes, anything's gonna be better than Nathaniel Hackett as coach. There's nowhere to go but up. Is it worth what they spent? Is it worth what they spent? I don't think so.
Really?
Reports out there that they were wanting Ryans up until the day of, until the contract was finalized with the Texans. They didn't get their guy, and then they overpaid for Sean Payton.
So are you saying
we knew that Ryans was going to go to Houston anyways, though?
We knew that too, but it doesn't matter. They didn't get their guy. They went out and they spent. Hey, let me give my take.
Go ahead.
They gave up the first. They gave up a future second for a coach who needs players to develop.
Mm-hmm.
He needs players to coach, and you've taken an already decimated future draft classes because of the Russell Wilson trade.
Yep.
A roster that is clogged up with his contract, which they just extended, and said, okay, now fix it. I don't care who you are as a coach, you're not solving that problem. And if you're not fixing it in year 1 or year 2, you've got a couple years where you didn't bring in star talent young on rookie contracts and are stuck paying veterans. The holes in that roster are going to swell. They're not going to get solved like Z2 is suggesting of, oh, you just need to put someone else in here, just put someone here, and then fill in this hole. There's not money to do that. There's not cap space to do those things. You're going to end up with a team like the Rams that is bloated at a few positions. And suddenly we have these giant gaping holes on the team, and we're hoping that we're developing 3rd through 7th round guys. And if they aren't performing to that level, that team falls off. You've got an aging Russell Wilson who's going to be approaching 35.
What the different franchise does, if someone doesn't perform, they're very quick to get rid of them.
So you just keep the carousel going, and it's the same old Broncos.
Well, can I ask something real quick? The Broncos still have an abundance of young talent that, I mean, is it fully proven? No, it's not fully proven, but Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, all those guys are still young and promising.
Cortland Sutton's rookie contract is done.
Those receivers are ass.
Jerry Jeudy's a year away from either being paid.
They are not performing. They are not performing for that team. They're not performing for that team. For that team, they are ass.
So Sutton's gone. Sutton's gone after this season.
Who's gone? Sutton? You said
Sutton's gone after this season.
Did he announce that, or is it?
No, I'm saying this is the last of his rookie contract. They're gonna.
Well, if he balls out,
Sutton's way
that
past
could be a
his rookie
different
contract.
story.
Sutton's on his second contract already. He's 27.
Yeah, he's 27. Yeah.
Well, he's still
DeMeco Ryans has to go for Will Anderson over QB because they already know in Houston, Dave Smith is going to be him.
Okay.
They know.
Well, one question I have for Patrick, though.
Yeah.
You say they didn't get their guy, which, I mean, if you get a legitimate guy, it doesn't matter if you didn't get your guy, as long as the guy can make up for not like being your guy initially to be good enough, you know? I believe so.
Is Sean Payton worth a first and a second over their plus?
So are you saying that? Are you saying that DeMeco Ryans is more promising right now as a head coach than Sean Payton is?
I think that DeMeco Ryans is worth more than Sean Payton a first and a second.
I don't feel that way
on that team.
But who's?
I think for a team, I think that trade handcuffs that team and really limits what they can do going forward.
Well, to your point, yes. But DeMeco deserves to have a head coaching position where he can take over and develop and build and have at least 3 to 5 years to build something great.
So, hold on, Robbie, you're wrong on that because Houston has fired 2 coaches in a row after 1 year.
Yeah.
So
and both have been black coaches, coincidentally. So I mean, there's that.
That's why I'm nervous about DeMeco. They're going to mistreat him that way, you know. But for the Broncos, though, draft capital-wise, they got 2/3 and a 4th through a 7th this year. Next year, for 2024, they're only missing a 6th-round draft pick. So that's their draft capital.
They just sent a second.
What's that? Yeah,
they just sent a second.
Oh, for 2024? Is that 2023?
Yeah.
No, it's this year's first and next year's second.
Yeah.
Oh. And they didn't have a 2 this year.
They don't have a 2 this year because
they also have a 2.
Well, okay, but
they're not picking to the 3rd round this year.
No, that's what I said. I said they have 2/3 and a 4th through a 7th.
And then next year they're missing their 2nd.
Okay, so they're not missing their 6th. It's just
that's not that bad.
It's
not great, but it's not the worst.
I think the Broncos are fine.
I think they're fine draft capital wise. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Get Sean Payton in there to unlock your talent. Like when you think about Sean Payton working with Russell Wilson, considering the struggles that Russell Wilson had, if you can turn Russell Wilson around, that is your greatest asset. You've already invested as much in.
It's like pairing him back with Pete Carroll. It's like pairing him back with Pete Carroll because now you can minimize the mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have a coach that's confident enough to minimize the mistakes.
And look at what he did with Alvin Kamara. He was able to use that running game with Drew Brees to give him easier throws and and he's used to working with a small quarterback that can't really see over. He knows all those kind of plays. Mm-hmm. You're going to see a lot of that Drew Brees playbook being used at Russell Wilson. They have two receivers that they'll be able to use between Judy and Sutton. I mean, I'm interested to see what it's going to be.
They have to be healthy.
Best case scenario for Russell Wilson. So it's worth the 32nd pick overall.
Exactly.
Is that pick going to really become a viable player that's going to turn around your team?
And look at
I love how you threw out the 32nd pick. It's a first round pick.
You're
the
right.
32nd pick is a second round pick. Thank you, Miami Dolphins.
Because
but also, you're using hyperbole to try and suggest and make this point.
You also don't know what a pick talent could be. You'll be passing up on something that you really need. So Pat brings up a valid point.
I think you're also you're losing out on the chance for a fifth year of a rookie player on a contract.
You can also
on a potential franchise player.
But the odds of a franchise player out of that position are what? Less than 20%?
Hold on. I don't have much to say because everyone keeps skipping my point, but I'm just going to back up Pat on one thing. Mm-hmm. There was a 32nd pick named Lamar freaking Jackson.
Yeah.
There was guys like that. So I don't want Taco. The point is it could happen. It doesn't have to be at that position. All we're saying is you're losing that pick.
You're losing that flexibility. You're losing that fifth-year option.
Think about it. What is the percentage of that pick hitting? 20%? It's not that high when you think about.
Are we saying a late first-round pick in the NFL is a 20% chance of hitting?
Hey, listen. I got an interesting fact.
Pick 27.
Remember what the Seahawks did with Pete Carroll when they landed that Legion of Boom with guys like Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Bobby Wagner. All those guys were after the second round. The Broncos got picks after the second round this year. And like I said, it's going to take longer than 1 year. It's not going to be fixed in just 1 year. They got 2 third-rounders. They could find the diamonds in the rough, especially as Sean Payton with how brilliant
So we're afraid that the 27th pick can't hit, but we're going to hit on all these late-round picks and hope that we get a Woolen and that we get the Legion of Boom, the second coming of Christ.
No, I'm saying
I have holes with young talent to fill in these holes in the roster.
Here's I'll sum up with what everyone's pretty much saying before we get into halftime here. I understand you guys' point. Me personally, if it's me, my franchise, I don't think that I'm sacrificing the picks for the coach. I have no problems going on air saying it. I live here. I'll deal with it if I choose to go out to the bar later or not. I have cousins that are Broncos fans. They hate me because they're like, "You're just a fan because like you beat us." Like, no, bitch, I have my birth certificate. Look at my fucking birth certificate. With that being said, I understand David's point. In a way, if I look at this team, yeah, there's potential that I can honestly make a case that you were potentially a coach away. I was never fully during the duration of the season that we watched and we witnessed that it was 100% Russell Wilson. I was on air very adamant that I fucking hated Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah,
I think the Jets. I think the Jets will have better luck with him as an OC than as a head coach. Salah looks great. For that organization, different episode, different day. For the sake of this episode, for the sake of this episode, and this segment, both sides have valid points. I do think that give it 2-3 years, 3 max, let this organization and this front office figure out things with Peyton, with Russell. If it burns, it burns. But at least,
for the Broncos.
at least, unlike many organizations, you probably took a shot on something that could have been a little bit more profitable than what some other organizations are probably currently doing for those two pivotal positions.
I mean,
It'll be fascinating.
I'm giving them more credit than maybe what they deserve, but they deserve credit.
I mean, the point that you made was if it was your franchise, and like I said, we could speak hyperbole, but the end of the day is they're already in this hole. So do you make the best of it, or do you just say "fuck it"? We're going to give you back.
I think you make the best of it.
And I think that's what this move is. It's like, yo, we're already in this hole, right? And so you're like, do you just give up and die, or do you try to do something? And I get Pat's point. Pat makes a great point. It's like you gave a lot, but it's like, well, what can you do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna hold
and that's what Z and Z2. That's kind of what I'm alluding to. That's kind of it's. There's right now you're seeing especially within on a lot of social media, you're seeing that division. You just go. Chiefs fans are pretty much staying out of it because they're focused on the Super Bowl. You're seeing Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos fans all just like, oh my God, like everyone's up in arms about it. This is what happens during off-season overreaction. Like, this is going to happen. We're at least here to give you the logic and, and even our overreactions behind it as well.
So I have one question for Dave. I have one question for Dave.
Yeah.
And then you can go, Pat.
Yeah.
If the first round pick was their actual own pick in the top 10 and not the 27th, would you still be okay with the trade?
If it was in the top 10 and not in 20.
Because remember, because the Broncos' original pick is actually Seattle's in the top 10. The pick that's 27th they gave up was the Niners.
It's interesting because I think I think we kind of overrate the value of a top 10 pick versus a top 30 pick. I mean, I think don't get me wrong, it's very valuable. It's very valuable. But
that's valid. That's valid conversation.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
Because I think coaching should be more attributed to how a player succeeds more so than we make it out to be, where we just say, oh, he's got to be a top 10 player. And if he isn't, well, this is what we should have expected. Because it's not always working out like that, I think it's still worth it to get Sean Payton in the end, because like I said, you're going to need to come in with this with patience for the Broncos.
You haven't had a great coach in a long time, too.
Exactly. It's been since Kubiak.
That's not true. I mean, you got to think about so I think the one thing I think we missed is like how bad that 2013 defense of the Broncos was. Remember how fast those guys flipped? They were literally. But
we're talking about right now, though. That's a while ago.
If you're talking about coaching people up, that's exactly the point, though, right? It's like look at the 2013 Broncos, how they were the worst defense, and then they flipped to being the no-fly zone by 2015.
Look at the Giants.
Because Gary Kubiak's better than John Fox. I fucking couldn't stand John Fox.
The end. And that's what you were saying, David. To that point. That's why I'm saying 2, 3 years.
You're right.
Can I throw one more thing that didn't get mentioned at all during this conversation, but I think is really important.
Yep, we have 40 seconds. We have 40 seconds. Go.
Sean Payton, the Saints could have gotten nothing for Sean Payton if they didn't make a deal trading him out this season. Mm-hmm. And so if they had waited it out and said, okay, fine, we'll wait one more year, they could have done it without the picks.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
I think that's
the heart of me feeling like that's an overpay. That's at the root of it.
That is a very fair point. I commend you for that.
You didn't already have Russell Wilson right now, and you had a situation where you had the season that you had last season, and you need to sell tickets, and you need to keep your fan base engaged, and you need to make sure that this is a viable product on that field. Then you cannot do that, sir, because at the end of the day, you need to make money, and you need a leader to make money.
Mike. As I begin to wrap this up, I got the first two.
Yeah, I know. I got it. Yeah.
As we begin to to go ahead and begin wrapping this up, not the whole show. Second half is coming up. We do have to discuss the NFL potentially rigged or not. and much more to discuss here throughout the duration of the show is Joe Mixon guilty? Here in the corner of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, we'll find out a whole lot more here to come up on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This is Rumboyz After Dark. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Big Super Bowl weekend coming up next week. Make sure you're following us on all social media. Like, you really, really, really gotta follow us on all social media. One of the trending artists on iHeartRadio coming to you guys, Super Bowl Live. We have a lot of other performances coming to you guys, Super Bowl Live. Damn, we're beyond excited. We're fellas, like, I mean, Super Bowl weekend, like, what else can we say, right? I mean, we've done this show how many years now? And every year it just gets bigger. The artists get bigger and better. The accolades that they go on to after this show is like even bigger and better. So like we're excited to bring them a really dope product. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to think what I want to play. Let's go ahead. Let's first get into GLD, and then we got a track coming up for you guys from our homies of Equally Opposite.
Hop out in Miami with no land, ain't got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me up, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no on zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, go where you're not.
Hey, bro. Yeah. They said they wanted the full version this time. Nice. Yeah.
Wow, fuck you. And you, and you, and you. And you, and you. Fuck you. Listen to me. I came in the bench, watched when the harpoons and the flames when the fence bob when it's high school. I aim at the bitch, boy, what the fuck you? I fuck you, insane when I say it's dance in a dungeon when the rain gonna need why it'll run through. Maintain vigilance, watch who you talk to. I fuck you. I came in the bench, watched when the harpoons and the flames when the fence bob when it's high school. I aim at the bitch, boy, what the fuck you? I fuck you, insane when I see it's dance in a dungeon when the rain gonna need why it'll run through. Maintain vigilance, watch who you talk to. I fuck you. I got one mouth, one brain, two eyes, two ears, two balls. Choose my own fate, my way, move like a U-Haul. What am I supposed to do? Take shit from you all? Fuck that, bitch, I'm finna bust back. Look at that sack, come with a baseball bat and fat. Nobody want that back to back. You said you want the Zakateki, yaki. How about that Tosekis? Somebody call me Pappy, yaki in a baggy, ooh, gross. We be on the other shit, the reason why we do the most. Smoking weed overseas, coming from the East Coast. We don't, even though we broke, but we got it if you ever need more. Tell me, do you need more? We was by the seashore, selling seashells, trying to see the show. Something that sound like EO. Nothing like it, we know. Blow that more everywhere that we go. Go to make the beat dough. Mr. Parker dropping balls on your ass. Send them around real dirty in a car full of trash. Chillin' in the dump truck. Jay's getting twisted, getting fucked up. I came in a bitch, watched when the harpoons and it flames when the fence bob when it's hostile. I aim at the bitch, boy, what the fuck you? I fuck you, insane when I see it's dance in a dungeon when the rains and the need why you know run through. Maintain vigilance, watch when you talk to. I fuck you. Grew up in the middle of the jungle. Concrete stomp feet, another baby rebel. I juggle with the struggle with the appearance of a muggle to a god I'm put together if you piece me in this puzzle. Junk food, fuck you, I'ma snatch your lunch goon. Dreaming of the pootie tang, sing my tongue, she come through. Wow, zoom, taking off around noon, making it till midnight. Flies, fucking Gundam wings. Shit, sign off on the check. I'm signing off right here because you're earning my respect. Now snatch, bad, survival of the fast. Hungry little tummy, furious for the scraps. Backpack, drag my sack, set a trap, fuck a rat. Stone them in Medusa with the dreads round my neck. Sit back, whip it fast, drift, drag, racing ass. Gotta left the gas, had it bad in the past. So I pull up, I shoot up, like Harden for the 3. Means more than what I bargained for. I'm making one of these, approve of the usage of this academy. Izuku Midoriya, smash on her knees like, yeah, wait, storm. Listen to me. Huh. I came in the bench once when the harpoons and the flames when I fins bob when it's high school. I aim at the bench, boy, what the fuck you? I fuck you, insane when I say starts and I done when I range and I need why you don't run through. Maintain vigilance, watch who you talk to. I fuck you. I came in the bench once when the harpoons and the flames when I fins bob when it's high school. I aim at the bench, boy, what the fuck you? I fuck you, insane when I see stars and a dungeon, what I range and I need one, you don't run through, maintain vigilance, watch who you talk to, I fuck you.
That is so fire! Play the fucking monkey knife fight. Play that shit, Mike.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey Knife Fight! Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife Fight, Monkey Knife...
Monkey knife fight, 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 monkey knife fight.
So David did some research, and I misquoted something at the end of the first half. The Saints still had rights to Sean Payton through the 2024 season, not the 2023 season. So
good.
That was my B. But also the contract that the Broncos just signed Sean Payton to puts him as the second highest paid coach in the NFL.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect.
It doesn't affect cap.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to throw that out there as that I found that in that little quick Google search.
Good fact.
When you got money, spend it.
There you go.
Billionaires.
That weed tax money.
Wiping their ass with dollar bills.
Mike, you want to pull down the code though? The banner.
I didn't even pull it up.
You want to?
There.
Producer Mike, ladies and gentlemen.
I wasn't on the right screen because I didn't think I was pulling it down.
Go back to the left.
Joe just went downhill because of you, Mike. No, I'm kidding.
It sounds like Joe Burrow looking for his receivers.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He was pushed in the back.
Ladies and gentlemen, really quick. Do want to remind you guys, this is literally like, this is just us like fucking around, having fun. Like we still had to we got to keep ourselves involved in the algorithm. Couple announcements. Off season is coming up. I am going to be bringing. I tried to see if I could get rights to a live casino show for you guys. Casino show, because of Colorado State ball, got shot down. That is not to say that live poker may not still be a thing. We may still figure out live poker streams for you guys. So we're still going to try and bring that feel to you guys, that aspect to you guys. I'm going to be bringing back. We're going to be doing a whole new. I'm going to be doing a whole new live thing. Live Wednesday night bets. Wednesday nights, I'm going to be going live for about like an hour or so. And maybe just like, kind of taco style, right? Like tossing. Steak is not allowed. That's where we tried to do this. That's we tried to do that. We tried to do that. Yeah. Wasn't trying to call out anyone, but yes, chat pointed it out. We tried. The state of Colorado won't allow me to do a casino show. Yeah, I really want to do a roulette show and maybe tossing a couple of other games, like tossing some craps and shit. But no, we're still gonna bring you guys a live betting show, kind of taco style. We catch some games live while they're in the middle of happening, and for like an hour and a half, we do weird taco shit where we place like 10 cents on some random shit and see if it hits. So that'll be pretty fun. Baseball streams coming back, UFC streams coming back, Rumboyz.com coming back, merch line coming back. So just some things I want to drop for you guys. Y'all ready for like the most viral segment right now?
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do is.
Jesus Christ, Rob, you trying to black out?
That's always a goal of his. Coming out.
It's like, no, sir. It's not blacking out. It's called time traveling. I am about to time travel.
Oh, God.
Anyways, is the NFL rigged? Arian Foster went on part of my take this week, and my golly, did the internet go crazy and possibly run wild with this? Scripted and all, and some of your favorite tweets, TikToks, reels that you saw. Mike, I have the hiccups.
I'll be 100% honest. I didn't hear anything that he said, so I do not think it's rigged, but I didn't look at any TikTok or whatever without it at all because I don't pay attention to Barstool.
Yeah, me neither. I love that.
I don't.
That was fire.
I literally don't. I literally
hold on.
He's like,
hold on. No, there was no way that nobody did not see this though. Like I don't watch them. It popped up on my timeline.
I love your discipline, Mike. I wish I had the same.
He's like, that's not happening here, Shane. Yeah.
Not on my watch, you see.
Pass it off to Pat then.
Honestly, I feel like every single call that we saw over this weekend could be explained. And that's all you can kind of ask for when it comes down to people saying the NFL is rigged. The Chiefs got the extra third down. Was there video proof of the referee coming on the field to try and shut down the play? Mm-hmm. Yes. But once you have 22 athletes going full force on a play, was there also clock issues going into that play already that the head referee was already trying to correct? Yes, and then he misspoke to the timekeeper and told him to run the clock when it wasn't supposed to. And he was like, wait, that's not supposed to happen. Are penalties subjective? Yes. If I saw it, I saw it. If I didn't, I didn't. So you're always going to have, when you have...
Jason was getting ready for the 1994 serial killer trial script. Yo, that was my favorite TikTok of all.
Yeah, when you got 50 million people watching a single game, and then everyone's collectively like, "Oh shoot, they got hosed by the refs there."
Joe Mixon getting his script that you're going to be charged for fucking assault with a deadly weapon.
Imagine being the massage therapist getting told. Also, imagine being Matt Ryan getting told you got to give up 28-3 twice.
Yeah, you might be alone on that one, Patrick. That was dark. Jesus.
God damn it!
Oh fuck!
Leaves, no.
They're just
I
coming
made a
in
Michael
with
Big Dog joke.
Oh no, I can't even go. That's so dark.
Oh
It's
my
gosh!
And at this point, what's more funny to watch and to read in TikTok comments and Twitter comments and replies is the people that actually legitimately think the NFL is rigged and are still butthurt about a missed call or what they feel like was a call against their team.
Henry
like may have cost them money. And
the amount of texts I got
people aren't memeing.
The amount of people that were like Riggins' run was fucking rigged. I'm like, no, that wasn't. That man was just stronger than everyone. Like,
I mean,
hit the weight room, son. One of Dan Snyder Joyce reading the script. Fuck you.
I mean, his team's 75% black. His team's 75% black people, so he's already mad about that. So,
Alex Smith must have really hated his script.
Holy shit! Someone had to say it. I'm gonna sit this twisted tea.
I mean, I'm more on board with DeMar Hamlin's a clone than the NFL is rigged.
My God, you're an asshole. Paying.
I mean, Pat said it basically what it is. It's I don't know how you could claim it's rigged. Some of the shit's like really hard to do. You could always, yeah, sure, ref this, ref that, but have you watched football? I mean, how do you get anybody to agree to do something, let alone a group of thousands of people to agree to do something, and then to top it off, do it well?
Mayonnaise.
There's no fucking way, because no one's sitting there taking it. Like, I don't know, this shit's gone out of hand. I think people are just bored now, so they need to react to something. They need to get butt mad. They look at Rams fans; they're already crying about not winning this year. They just got a fucking ring. Like, give me a fucking break. Everybody wants something so quickly.
You actually know real legitimate Rams fans?
Yes, we're in California.
I do. I know real legitimate Rams fans. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but they're already bitching like, "Oh my God, you were so bad."
I know a lot of bandwagon fans. I know a lot of. All right, so for real, per the Rumboyz tracking link, I'm like, I can see some of y'all's orders, not all, some. The amount of y'all that have bought Chiefs chains that are not real Chiefs fans, y'all are fucking weird.
Do you do deep dive on who purchases and
no, I'm not. I'm calling them out. Like we've sold, like this channel has sold. We've sold, which is weird because he's not fucking one of them, which is fucked up. He's real, like he's the most fucked up one. He's the most fucked up one.
He's got a tag right here. Is that one of yours or?
But no, like bro, like we've sold like 5 Kansas City Chiefs chains, like since we've had that deal, like, and we've sold. Pat's the only Green Bay Packers chain. I'm obviously the only Commanders chain. I don't know who the fuck bought a Dolphins chain. Someone bought a Dolphins chain. Probably one of Payne's fans. We have 2 Giants chains. We have 2 49ers chains. We have 1 Dallas chain.
How many Bengals chains?
I'm about to buy one.
Probably like 1.
R.I.P. baby.
Fuck you. Suck a dick. What's your take? What's your take on the topic? Whoever reads this one, oh my God, fucking A.
Folks, I got some bad news for you. In my hand,
we're gonna get into the concussion talk in a second.
Yeah, no, I know. I got some bad news for you right now.
Get a Texas chain. You're a Longhorn, bro. Get a fucking Longhorns chain, you ass.
In my hand, I have documentation of Roger Goodell emailing Lamar Jackson, telling him to take 6 laxatives so he can shit his pants against the Browns on that Thursday night football game. I've got proof, people. I got it right here in my fucking hands. It also includes some info about Myles Garrett using his fucking helmet like a World of Warcraft hammer on Mason Rudolph, but that's a separate story, okay? No, this shit is stupid. It's so fucking dumb.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, God. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And for a multitude of reasons. For one thing, if we're talking about the Chiefs-Bengals game.
Getting ready for a CTE script?
Seriously, though. You think this
all it is just take out your dick.
This isn't even like Leo DiCaprio-esque level performance.
It's the part where you fucking just whip it out. Just fucking...
For AB to go like this,
ad-lib it.
For him to go this committed, like a fucking method actor, like even more so than like Leo DiCaprio or Daniel Day-Lewis, like this is like on a whole nother level. Like this is just straight up impossible. Okay, for one thing, you can't fake the fucking score of the Bengals versus the Chiefs game because why would they want to do that? Think about it honestly.
Did the NFL tell you to say this, David?
No, I'll tell you why. Let me. I'm going to get to this. Y'all
Hey,
be
the
patient
Rumboyz
with me now.
interviewing the 2019 rookie class, getting the script like, dog.
Okay, unless you see a player look to the sideline and say, line, there's no fucking way this shit is rigged. Okay,
Hey, hold on. Look.
Way,
Hey,
okay?
yo. What if the whole time our YouTube channel was just an industry plant? What if we were just fantasy football industry plants, bro?
What if Peyton Manning, every time he said
We're not
Omaha,
even
was
real.
really
We're
him
fucking
calling for the
AI
line?
right now. You know?
No, for real. No. There was a time when we first started as a YouTube channel, and when we did interview the rookies, there was a time where that was a real fucking conspiracy theory that we were industry plants. And it's like, bitch, if I was an industry plant, I'd have like 1 million people in my chat right now. Like, the industry would have fucking paid for my streams. Russian bots would have been invaded this shit. Like, we would have been taken the fuck off.
Exactly.
Like, we would not still be fucking live streaming from a goddamn apartment, you bitch.
Yeah. The struggle is real out there, okay? It's real. No, but for one thing, like I said, the Chiefs Bengals, for them to like make this game to force it basically to where the Chiefs end up going to the Super Bowl.
Nick Bosa's MAGA script.
Think about it this way: the Chiefs.
Aiden, you went too far.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah, fuck, Aiden, yeah, that's even darker than what Pat was saying. Maybe
I'm not posting
that.
He's a dick.
Think about it. The Chiefs have been to the Super Bowl now 3 times in the last 4 years. Do you think the NFL really wants to perpetuate that shit or get a new face like Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl to get back in there again and start building a dynasty? They want a new dynasty. They want something fresh that's not repeated. And I think even the viewership indicates that when the Chiefs and the Bucs went against each other in the Super Bowl and the viewership dropped, even though, like many would expect, it's supposed to be rigged, right? Because you got Patrick Mahomes versus Tom
This
Brady.
is a valid point. That year the Sacramento Kings went to the fucking playoffs. Refs admitted that was a open fucking thing. Like, it was like Chris Webber and like, Jason Williams and like
and I'm not saying that there's no Tim Donaghy's out there. There are other Tim Donaghy's, but it's not a league-wide thing. Like,
it's not. But you can't. But you hold on.
Yeah,
because you pointed out that example. You cannot say there's literally a fucking NBA ref right now who is 26-2 when the Boston Celtics are fucking playing.
Since 2020.
Since 2020. You can't tell me that as a league you do not fucking look into that.
You can look into it, but come up with the documentation to prove it, not the fake fucking.
So wait.
Here's my documentation on that.
David, I can take this argument there with you because I know that you have fucking evidence to be able to back it up.
DMZ2.
My last point, real quick.
Okay, then I want to say something.
Real quick. My last point about this, and then I'm done, okay? I work these games. I'm on the sidelines, okay? There ain't no fucking scripts spilling out on the sidelines that people are trying to hide in their fucking gym bags, okay? That shit ain't happening or under their fucking shoulder pads.
Okay, but we have seen. Okay, maybe the NFL is not fully scripted, but God damn, like I get that this was a parody thing, but when you actually to every joke there is some truth,
right?
It's existed. You're not wrong about that. It is existed.
The
Bengals are pure luck.
We've watched stand-up comedian after stand-up comedian. Hell, we have amateur hour from a comedy aspect when it comes to sports comedy on this pod. We are probably the #1 sports comedic podcast there is. With that being put into perspective, there's truth to every single motherfucking joke. To some degree, it comes from somewhere.
There is some truth, like you said. There have been Tim Donaghy's that have existed probably in every sport. Probably in every sport.
But that's not an NFL script. That's an individual script for a personal narrative.
But that does not take credit. But to a valid point, removing comedy out of it completely. Literally, if we look at this, we're gonna take comedy. We're gonna put this bitch in a box. We're gonna take it. We're gonna fucking punt this bitch into the ocean. Comedy's now removed from the segment.
Okay, but
Aaron
Hernandez.
There is real cheating. Didn't Adam Sandler just play a role where he was a guy that was cheating in sports?
No, he wasn't. No, that was not cheating. He wasn't cheating in that. He was betting on Kevin Garnett to win, but it wasn't like it was scripted, you know?
Okay.
Or rigged.
He was just a normal degenerate.
Yeah, he's just a gambling degenerate. He's just a fucking gambler. Or, you know?
Bro, I don't think it's rigged, but to Robbie's point, the thing about the Boston guy, last year, his wife on her personal, I'm the one that showed this to Robbie. On her personal Twitter, posted a photo with her daughter, and her grandson, all wearing Boston Celtics jerseys less than 8 months ago. And here's the problem: 26-2 since 2000, and the game in question is the LeBron game, where Tatum is the one that fouled LeBron, and guess what jersey all three of them are fucking wearing?
Tatum's jersey.
Freaking Tatum. You can't say that him not being a fan. Excuse his
but
point.
that aside,
There was an Ohio State ref
but
in a Michigan-Ohio State game recently.
Yeah, exactly.
But that aside, we even had this concern when professional leagues started saying we're going to put teams in Vegas. That's where every fucking major sports handicapper is. Are we sure we really want to fucking do this?
Yeah, I got one question real quick about that Jason Tatum fact. You really think that these refs are willing to jeopardize their careers to fanboy out for their team so they can get to the finals?
David,
if Donaghy is willing to fanboy out.
David,
so
David,
their favorite team can go to the finals. I don't
David,
think
if
that's
I can cash the fuck out and take care of my family, if I can get in and get out and possibly not get caught, yeah. But if I really know what I'm doing and if I can really hedge my fucking bets, yeah.
My point is, especially in today's era, there's a lot more surveillance than there was 15 years ago.
Fuck integrity.
Someone is bound to get caught.
Is there really? But listen, as much as technology and surveillance advances, guess what? The modern thinking mind, the average quote unquote criminal, also advances, bro.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying it's not pervasive, this type of cheating. Okay?
I'm not saying. Listen, I am a firm believer that the NFL is not rigged, but I am also.
So the Giants went straight up. Thank you.
I need more evidence.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say. What I will say is that there are blown calls. There are definitely blown calls. Do I think that they are intentional? I don't think that they are. But when Mike pulls up shit in a rivalry game, this is a different sport, different example.
Yeah.
And then when a league comes out after a game and says, yeah, that was a missed call. So even after the Giants-Washington game, the NFL was like, yeah, we fucked up.
Well, I think it's too circumstantial.
So shit like that, it's like, so then if you knew, why is there a whole point of a league office? Why are there people that even oversees what happens on the court or happens on the field? Or that's fucked up. That is fucked. If there's no need for a New York call.
We didn't make the playoffs, baby.
But, by the way, you guys should. There is an interesting, thing about.
It's not just this happens in every sport, even in soccer with VAR. I hate VAR.
You're right, but it just happened.
There is an interesting.
I hate VAR.
There's an interesting thing that I stumbled upon on the internet, talking about point shaving for referees and all that stuff, the history and all of that tied to this former MLB player named Lenny Dykstra. I highly advise you guys check him out and see what he had to say about getting refs and umpires to cave in to calling favorable calls for him. It's very fascinating. I don't know if it's true because the guy is kind of a pathological liar, but he could be telling the truth. I don't know. I think it exists.
There's three sides to every story. There's three sides to every story. For real. I mean, Zeke lining up as an offensive lineman.
I think individual point shaving is possible. I don't think rigged system league wide is possible.
I think that there can be a play-by-play basis. I think that there can be. I don't think that it's announcers and people like that, but I think that refs are easily probably attainable. We're talking about people that are retired judges and lawyers. How many depending on who you are, you may or may not have a story about someone that may or may has not have paid someone underneath the table to get the fuck off of a charge. It happens. It's a real life thing.
It's existed. I just don't know if it being pervasive.
There are people with connections, with deep. We're talking about a fucking. The NFL is not just a sport. This is a fucking business. These are people that are billionaires. And you know what billionaires do? They fuck with other billionaires. And you know what billionaires tend to find other billionaires with? People that are involved in crime.
But I just need to see more for me to believe that something is a legitimate rape
You're
situation.
not going to convince me. You're not going to convince me that these NFL owners were probably not fucking around on Epstein Island or some shit, my guy.
No, you're not wrong about that at
Like
all.
getting Andrew
I could totally see Jerry Jones
my guy.
being,
Like I mean,
I could totally see Jerry Jones being a VIP of those. Those
like Jerry Jones is probably front row and fucking center. Jerry Jones is probably front row and fucking center. Like,
I just don't think for instance, what Mike said about the 26-2 record, that's just a stat. Like, is it a glaring stat? Yes, but it's just a stat though. That's not like, this is receipts of him getting paid off.
Brittany Griner script was crazy.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, come on.
But Mike, when you got a team that has a 700 record over the last 2 years, you have to keep that in mind. Of like, okay, how far off are we in standard deviation?
We've had refs literally been caught in other sports. Fucking,
we've had players too.
Like
the Boston College team back in the 70s. That was the Goodfellas.
That's like different.
Bro, like this is like again. I'm just saying, I'm not saying this should be at the forefront every time that you watch a game. This should not be at the forefront. But
I mean, well, it should.
I'm just imagining
if you start figuring out like how Mike was like when he sent that shit to me, and a lot of other I even had Celtics fans send that shit to me, and that's what's fucking. I'm just hate human trafficking. So holy fuck. All
the bullshit calls Michael back in the day.
Like, hold on, but when like I had people of other, like of their own team being like, hey yo, like, yeah, you probably should have won that game, or like, yeah, all teams are cheated at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Guy who showed me was a Knicks fan.
Cheating exists. That's definitely it. I'm just talking
about
the
Knicks could cheat and they still won't win. It's okay, Mike. It's okay.
No,
it's okay.
I'm saying no. The guy who showed me that.
That's the one team that can't win even with point shaving.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Taco, it's okay. Dude, just get a box of tissues. Your team ain't gonna be shit ever.
You're the goddamn Commanders now. You can't even keep your own goddamn.
Yeah, we're getting a new owner. It's okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Fingers crossed. We'll see. I'm crossing my fingers, but we'll see.
That script on that Dan Snyder ownership, man. That's been something, huh?
Anyways. Speaking of scripts, first off, cheers to me, cheers to you. This is an I told you so topic.
Oh, what are we talking about? The Bengals?
One specific, Taco. I mean, you're right? One specific player from the Bengals. Cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? I'm not on a vengeance streak, but are you?
Really trying to mixing it up, aren't you?
Oh, I'm mixing it up.
Yo, what's up with your boy T?
Joe Mixon.
Oh.
And I told a Rumboyz Robbie, I told you so moment. Now, a lot of you are probably going to disagree with the stance I'm going to take here. Because the stance that I should take based off of my hate for Joe Mixon that I've had in the past, based off of evidence provided, may not be what it is. Apparently, before the Bengals had taken off on their private jet to go and take on the Buffalo Bills, Joe Mixon allegedly pulled a firearm on a woman in the streets, and said some things to her that I will not quote on this show for the sake of us broadcasting on YouTube and Twitch, and then walked away and said the police could get me if they want to, and then walked away. And then proceeded to go and play into the Buffalo Bills game the next day. We've seen weirder shit and have heard weirder shit. But they boarded the plane at 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. So he would have had to do this based off the police report. Like, he would have had to do this like broad fucking daylight in front of gold and everybody. Like, there has to be street cameras that have caught this motherfucker. Like, Slaps. Oh my god, Slap is terrible with this. This is fucking awful. What are you guys' thoughts on this one based off of what the internet has given us? And like, internet detectives are always really quick on this type of shit. And I know it's not safe to assume anything, but this was weird. Like, the timing of this one is awkward as fuck. Is Joe Mixon maybe being an easy target? I know that I have fucking 2 hours to make my goddamn pick. Y'all can wait. You made it a slow draft. I can take my time. Go ahead, continue.
Our draft?
Yeah, it's our draft. So it's like 2 hours. It's a Friday night.
Let me go look.
Yeah, I've only been on the clock 2 hours, bro.
Go ahead, Taco.
I mean, that initial reaction for Mixon was like that. That was like almost like a career.
Delete that comment so we don't get flagged. You fuck.
It was like, damn. But so apparently they're saying it didn't happen. So he's like,
we don't know anything, to be honest, if it happened or not.
Like, it sounds like he might skate on this.
Yeah, with the charges dismissed.
Yeah.
He's skating.
So it's
so like the charges were dismissed,
where the public narrative is going to be way worse than what's actually going to happen to him. Because
it's weird because the timing of it,
he has that history. You know,
the timing of it, they were boarding a fucking plane. So, are you telling me this motherfucker was in two places at once?
Man, listen, you know how it goes.
No, Leafs, YouTube is. You can't say the S word.
Of the man in the description. You fit the profile of the man in the description. You know how that works.
Bruh. The motherfucker was on a plane.
Supposedly his mom, and I know it's his mom, so there's some bias, you know, there could be. I shouldn't say there is some bias, but there could be some bias. She said this didn't happen.
The motherfucker was on a
Mama Mixon.
Mama Mixon. She said it didn't happen. So I don't know. He's got a history with it. I'm a little worried because obviously he has that history of hitting a woman.
And that's what I think that it is.
And if this is true, he should be released. And I think, honestly, with players that have a history like he has, like, if this is his second time doing something this egregious, like, he should not be in the NFL. But if he is innocent, I think, you know, then there's nothing to worry about.
The timing of it makes it look like, bro, you're definitely more than likely probably innocent.
I mean, it sounds, I don't know because I wasn't there, so I can't speak on that.
He said some shit though.
But this is, I mean, this is a serious situation. Pointing a gun at someone, threatening to pop them, honestly, shoot them in the fucking face.
Okay, but like, and that's my thing. Like, so like the statement is like super specific. Like, the cops could get me, and like I'll get away with it. That's the part where it's like, okay, but
it
like
sounds
at the
a little
same time,
like superhero villainish to say something.
Yeah, but like, at the same time, it's like anyone can say, like, are you just looking at a black person and be like, he did it, or like
I you know, and that's why I think it's so, like, listen, I don't know if
it's so early. It's so early.
I don't know if he did or didn't do it. So I'm speaking at this with complete and utter.
I hate Joe Mixon. I do not like Joe Mixon. Like, all right,
but
you never have. You never have.
Yeah, I've never.
He's a good player though. He's a good football player. I really like him as a football player.
No,
I didn't like that incident that happened when he was at Oklahoma. But
I
will
don't
say
like
this.
him,
I think we need to have. I'm not saying this is an example of it, but if this is, I want to emphasize something that's very important when it comes to those who are accused of crimes falsely. Okay, falsely accused of crimes. They need to take that shit a lot more fucking seriously than they do right now. It's bullshit.
If you're
Because
falsely
they get off
accused of
scot
something,
fucking free for even lying.
if you're
you know?
falsely accused of something, if you're falsely accused of something, the person that's falsely accusing you should automatically deal with the fucking penalty. Like,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
you fucked up. Listen. I had to pay fucking lawyer fees. I had to deal with all this bullshit. You need to deal with some type of repercussion.
Yeah.
Don't forget about
Because
option
you
3.
fucked up.
Serious
You
repercussions,
fucked up.
You know?
You
question on this.
You pay him behind the books, and you know what I mean. Hey, yo, you shut
If-
up. I'll give you a couple.
Does a not guilty jury decision equate to them lying?
That's not the case. If it is proven a fact that they are lying,
But I get what Pat's
retribution should
saying.
be paid.
I'm
If it's
saying
not guilty, let it be. Let bygones be bygones. Motherfucker, walk away, take your shit, and
But any non-guilty is technically someone lying because you're being proven that you're innocent.
No, that's not necessarily. That's true.
That's not always true.
There are people who would come out and just said that I'm straight out lying. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I made this shit up.
Yeah, that I get. Yeah, that
the field stands.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
if it is proven,
it takes 100% of a jury to rule someone guilty,
yeah,
without a reasonable suspicion.
If someone comes out and they're like, "Yo, I lied to get this person," if someone comes out and if it is 100% without a motherfucking doubt, if someone, I lied so I could get my 15 minutes of fame, or I lied, so if that comes out, no, I'm sorry, everything has to become admissible. This is that. No, you have to now pay me. You have to give me my life back.
And go to fucking prison for all I care if you lie about something serious. Like
If you're
accusing
gonna
someone of
lie,
rape,
if you're gonna lie, because that means that you lied under oath.
well, and especially if it's something serious, like you shot me or you murdered me, or I'm sorry, you not murdered me, but you assaulted me, you sexually raped me or something like that.
Yeah,
because that could ruin their life. The person is accused.
Stuff like that. You know, but if it's just a not guilty, we don't know what's what. It's just too much of a gray area. Shut the fuck up. Keep your shit moving.
I hate that.
Like Deshaun Watson, keep your shit fucking pushing, bro.
Watson said he did it.
Keep your shit. Keep your shit
He said he
pushing.
had sex, but he didn't say he raped.
But
He admitted to pressuring.
There is no definitive anything.
I'm sorry I did that to you. I shouldn't have done that to you. I'm sorry.
I think he was like, he thought he was getting into a situation that was consensual, and he claimed that he misconstrued it.
I am not saying that, Leafs. I am not saying that.
But I don't know what that means. I don't know what happened in that situation.
I feel like this conversation is really going away from the point of where
that
we
has
go.
nothing to do with this. We're talking about sports.
Well, I mean, we're just talking about Joe Mixon's innocence or guilt. So, I mean, it's it's a foggy situation.
With the Joe Mixon situation, you already have habitual proven behavior about this. If you did it, bro, I already thought you were a piece of shit. So if you did it, this just adds on to it. But if you didn't do it, like, I'm sorry that you're even having to deal with this. It costs the Bengals nothing to cut you. Similar to the Derek Carr situation, it cost the Raiders nothing to cut that motherfucker should he sustain an injury this weekend during the Pro Bowl. I understand the Bengals' business decision, and I feel like this is something that they should look at and pursue. I never thought that the motherfucker should have gotten a chance in the first place in the NFL. I don't wish any harm on anyone, but good riddance is basically what I'm saying, because if it is, and if you were on some Aaron Hernandez shit where you thought you could get away with some fucking crime in broad goddamn daylight.
Yeah, they didn't have a surveillance tape, did they, of this, supposedly, right?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't. That's true. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
It's so early,
for the accusation, there better be some traffic camera.
I hope just so we can get to the bottom.
But if there's not, could it have happened still?
It could, yeah.
It could.
If there's not a videotape of it happening and audio of it happening.
Could, but where's the proof? But there has to be. But Pat, that's what.
But yes, it does. There has to be. We want proof. And we want that closure. But you also can't say, all right, we're completely dismissing this because we're not seeing a videotape of it.
No, you're right.
It's not that. But. So my dad's a lawyer. My biological dad. You have in the court of you have you need proof. Like it's just
in the court of public opinion you don't.
Yeah, civil suits it's different.
Civil suits you don't.
Our opinion when it's all said and done. Is he still gonna get to play football if there's no video? Yes.
Maybe.
What sometimes people resort though to civil suits to save money on criminal trials. That's the thing, you know?
Because when you need 100% of a jury to say without any reasonable suspicion that they are 100% guilty, and there's no chance that there's not to get a guilty.
It sometimes you. It's
which is why I feel like Watson went to civil court. Why those cases went there right away? They didn't go to criminal.
The settlement details are not
sexual assault doesn't
to,
lend itself for easy proof.
Mm-hmm.
And easy the burden of proof is so difficult.
But because this having a firearm involved, because the accusation, she's basically saying this happened in broad. She's saying that this happened she's basically saying that he robbed her. Like he was trying to rob her.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny to think about, like a millionaire trying to rob somebody.
That's what I'm saying. None of this shit makes sense. Not at the end of the day, when you really like.
It seems odd. Yeah, it does seem odd. Very odd.
Any fucking gun toting American.
But I don't think that's what she said. She was saying she said that he threatened her, which is different.
And pointed the gun physically at her, saying, "I should shoot you right now." You know?
Yeah. Like
I feel like she said something to him and he got offended over it and was like, "Bitch, what the fuck is this?" Like,
jeez.
I hope it's not true.
I hope it's not true. I hope that Mixon has learned to have a little bit of respect for women.
Yeah, you know.
But I'm not sure that he does have respect for women. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I don't think he does.
Right.
I don't think that he does. I don't know either. I don't think that he does.
Lines up with what we know of it, so I'm going to treat it as if it's real right now, and I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to defend someone.
I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I am giving
the glove don't fit. You must.
I am giving based off of. I can only say what I know, and right now, the timing seems weird. If you were dumb enough to do it in this timing, first off, I told you so. I fucking told you so. I fucking told all y'all so. Second, Joe Mixon, you're a piece of shit. We all knew it. I told you so. I hope that she can get healing. I hope that her family can get healing. I hope that, I don't know if anybody, has had gun flash in their face, in the heat of a moment, but that shit is traumatizing as fuck.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's awful.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's like, oh shit, I might die right now. For me, I'm just kind of used to it at this point in my life. I'm just like, oh shit. But that's neither here nor there. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, Joe Mixon. And if you did do it, you deserve whatever jail time you're going to get. Kyrie to the Lakers, anyone? I am going to no, I'm not going to answer that. Fuck you. I'm going to answer this, though, really quick before we get off the air. Kyrie did demand a trade from the Nets. It could reshape the whole NBA. It's going to reshape the whole NBA trade deadline. Yeah. Could Kyrie end up a Laker like he's been trying to push for? Yes.
I hope
there
not.
is also Zach LaVine.
I also hope not.
Who is pushing to be a Laker. So the NBA is about to get very interesting. I know. We went 2-1 yesterday on a small card. Our big card, college fucked us over. I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to USC Greensboro though. Like we fuck with you. Shout out to UAB. We fuck with you. Y'all close. Ohio against Wisconsin yesterday. Bad beat. I'm sorry. I fucked that. Ohio State. What the fuck are you doing? You lost to an unranked team. You idiots. But I'm getting blown up. I'm getting blown up on the messenger right now. Everyone's like, yo, we vibing. So no, Kyrie to the Lakers though. Mike and I, as Lakers fans, do you want to kind of are you wanting Levine or Kyrie more here?
Oh, that's easy.
I have a feeling that it's more likely to we get Kyrie, but I would rather have Levine.
Oh, really?
More importantly, I'd rather the one that I would rather have that I think it's not gonna happen. I would rather have DeMar frickin' DeRozan.
Oh, don't take him from us, please. I love DeMar way too much. Please,
we're not gonna get DeMar. Why? Stop,
no,
bro.
We're not.
You're bugging, bro.
I'm not saying we are. I'm saying if I could, I would. Out of those two, if I could pick one, I'm picking Zach LaVine.
We're hot on NBA bets right now. So like NBA's been clearing us some money. DraftKings was not working for me earlier.
Zach LaVine. He's not worth the picks.
I would not pick him up if I were the Lakers over Kyrie personally.
He's getting paid like almost 30-40 million. Like he's going to be paid.
Kyrie's a better ball handler. Kyrie's a better ball handler.
Better ball player. He's a better player, I think, too, overall.
Kyrie is just the biggest head case in the world. Now, if LeBron co-signs it and says, give me Kyrie, then you fucking say, go get Kyrie.
You're bugging. You're fucking bugging.
But here's the problem with Kyrie. Kyrie
right
only wants to go somewhere that'll sign him to a max.
The
Lakers could bite the bullet for that. I wouldn't be surprised they'll go into luxury tax to do it. You know,
you're in a contract situation and you don't have great picks.
I think he's more disciplined even defensively than LaVine.
Kyrie says, "I want to come back with you, LeBron, mend fences and go for
Give me Kyrie, like for real, for real.
That many more years of prime LeBron.
Man, y'all are bugging, bro. Like, give me Kyrie and LeBron back together. Yeah. Let Bron go play with his son. Let Bron go play with his son in OKC next year.
Yeah. Zach LaVine don't get hurt the whole time. He's sitting there talking about my knees.
Man, fuck you, yo. Has your team ever won anything?
Hey, yo, listen.
Shut the fuck up.
Offensive impression of Zach.
Disrespect the ring.
Go eat a chopped cheese and go stomp in the snow with some Tim.
Listen.
You fucking
Don't
playing
worry about Terry McLaurin not getting checked up the line. Oh, when the West End helpless. Oh, when.
Why do we even allow New Yorkers on the fucking podcast, bro?
Man, listen, because you know we win.
Man,
by the way, I love that when we were talking about that whole Joe Mixon segment, me and Taco both had these two trial photos as our backgrounds. Like we're almost like on the fucking stand ourselves.
Dog, if we have, bro, are you kidding, dog? If we get either Levine or Kyrie, we good, dog. We set.
If you get Zach LaVine, you ain't going nowhere.
Kyrie over Levine, and this is a Bulls fan.
Kyrie over Levine.
Wow.
Fucking weeds. What? You're a Bulls fan, right? You're a Bulls fan.
You goddamn right I am.
Yo, the Bulls. I don't know.
I know you're a Bulls fan.
We're really
the Wednesday night live show. When we're having baseball and basketball going at the same time, we're gonna kick it off with just like basketball to just get the gears going. But that show is gonna be so fun. Like it's just like a little 10 cents here, it's a little 25 cents here, it's $1 here. Like just fucking around the live and like just calling games, but like throwing like a little twist to it. The only NBA around the fucking block show that'll be happening. So we'll be bringing that to you guys Wednesday nights during the off season. We're also going to have that happening with baseball as well.
Live betting baseball is the best with how much the line. If you get a jumpy book like DraftKings, where they're jumping every single play or every single pitch, you can make some quick money on their.
I live off the juice, bro. I live off the juice.
Runners on first and second, they're just gonna assume 2 runs score.
Bro,
Sure
you see what
thing.
the fucking Mavericks did last night? Them bitches blew a 21.5-point lead in the
like,
third, bro. I was
I
like, what
feel
the
like
hell?
live betting baseball is going to be so much easier than live betting basketball.
Because of the lines, you have enough time between
It's
pitches.
more
and
control.
at-bats.
It's more
Yeah,
control.
like it's just like I feel like that's gonna be like fucking. That's gonna literally be crack for me. I'm gonna be
So,
like, oh my god.
Last 5 minutes. Do you think that even though the NFL season is ending, that for the betting public only mean so that they should stop considering betting on other sports, or should they continue developing their talents, or is there a talent to even be developed?
I would say basketball probably has the most variables because the way they set those lines and the way the games go and with the refs and the shooting and the this and that foul trouble here. It's just a lot to factor in. Baseball and UFC, I think, are a little bit easier. UFC is probably the easiest after football. That's the jam right there. Like super hyped. I think me and Robbie both on the last pay-per-view hit like 7-leg parlays or 5-leg parlays on that card.
We hit spiders. No, we hit spiders, bro. We hit spiders back to back. We hit spiders,
and we had
complete
separate cards, which is hilarious. Like we showed our tickets after we had already put them in, so it wasn't like we even talked about it. So it's funny that we came out that way. But UFC is the second easiest in my opinion. Then third, I probably would go with baseball, and then basketball. That's kind of the most difficult in my opinion.
Don't stop developing your. I feel like don't stop developing your skills straight up. Like maybe there's something that you're gonna find that you might be better at that you didn't even know. Like if you don't try,
basketball is my jam. But you know what it is?
Basketball's the fun. Basketball's where the fun.
Yeah,
basketball's fun.
Like
it's a fun sport.
That's my favorite. Like in fantasy, that's literally probably my number one.
Baseball's easy. Hockey this year has been harder.
Baseball is a grind.
Baseball
is like fucking a marathon, bro.
Oh,
like,
it is.
You literally
162 games,
for
man.
the first thirds of it, and then at the end, you're like, "Please make this end." Football.
UFC cures the thirst for blood when football's not around.
Baseball, I feel like, has the weirdest skids too from teams throughout the season. You know, where they just go on a random ass losing streak, and you're just like, "What the fuck is going
Orioles
on?"
last year in July, like what the fuck was that?
You hit 2 out of 10 times, and you're fucking like average last year.
Like I'll never forget my Red Sox in 2011 were the number one team in all of the American League, like in July, and then by the time the end of September hits, we're dead last in our fucking division. You know, and we missed the playoffs.
Another rough season.
Unbelievable. You know.
Let's go with the. I feel like us three already went. Mike, Pat, Peng. Go ahead.
What, talking about Joe Mixon still?
Fuck that.
Fuck, I don't care about Kyrie.
Just the betting shit.
That's
like, do you feel like you should like still sharpen the tools on like reading lines and shit? Like even though football's ending, like should you still like, fuck around with the fuck arounds, like in some other sports and learn some other things and still keep the bankroll building?
Way too lazy. The game's changed. I'm not doing all that.
Okay.
For me, I'm trying to win a competition. I can't be adding more to my plate than I really am. The best ball starting again.
Pat,
I would say if you're looking to add a new sport or looking to add a new side of betting that you haven't already done, run some samples. Make an Excel document. Track your picks. Don't use actual money. Build it. See what's working. See what you're missing. But it makes you money, Taco. So then you don't have to worry about wagering your 50 cents, your $1 to make $7.55 or $675. I'm sorry.
Well, hey, $650, baby.
$650. But you're building your knowledge. You're building your game. There's a few accounts on Twitter right now that are too young to bet, but one does a DFS challenge with his dad every single week, and that's the best thing you can do. He's not putting extra money down. He's building it up. He's learning the game, and then he's ready to use what's being learned to make money later.
Yeah, I like
without having to risk it. And you can already see I can make the progress.
Like,
I know what's working.
I'm honestly loving how like willing and open the chat is to like different forms and just different things of like I feel like you like you gotta like keep it going. Like I mean we have one more football game, and then what? Like you don't want to just hang up the reins for like a whole fucking season and just like that feels weird, right?
March Madness is coming up.
Yeah, March Madness. Mike, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
So I wasn't going to bring this up, but it jarred my memory when Pat brought it up about doing an Excel spreadsheet. If you want,
Bedard's a phenom, so you got to kind of rock with those bets.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not going to say the app on air, but if you want to know what it is, DM me. I found an app last year. Robbie knows this. When I was tracking my hockey bets last year, I was doing the same thing. I wasn't betting real money, but I was tracking what I would do. I found an app, a betting app, that actually did it for me. I acted like I would put how many units down, and it would track it like it was the real odds, even if I wasn't putting money down. That's how I was tracking it, and I was able to see how many units I would have been up that week or not. When it comes to betting new bets, the one that I found that I liked last year, I did it for a few games when I went to Las Vegas with work, was Nerfy. No runs in the first inning.
Yes.
Oh God, I love Nerfy.
Yeah.
It is very sweating. I got down to where in one game, it was 2 outs, full count, and a guy got a triple, and I was pissed off. But I ended up getting
but it's so perfect. So like but that's like such a good bet, especially like when you are like live at a book, right? Like you're at like Vegas or like you're at Atlantic City,
or with the Aces on the map.
like you're at Black Hawk, like you're at like a pretty decent book, like you're somewhere in New Orleans, and you're just taking in a fucking game at the book. And, like you can go back and forth to the bar because like you got a couple of fucking innings in between. So like yeah, like I can go and play a couple of hands of blackjack. I can go play some craps like in between. Come back, check my bets. Okay, cool. I hit that leg. We got the first leg down. Let's go hit some slots. Like let's go do some shit. Like that's perfect. Like I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Like for real. Guys, what I'll say is keep the tools sharp. I know a lot of really awesome handicappers that they can just look at a line and it doesn't matter the sport. Like they're just so sharp and they're just so good, that they can do that. I wish if stake was here legal in Colorado, I'm gonna have to ask the guys if any of them have stake, and if they have stake, I'll probably like DM be like, yo, let's run like a roulette night, type of shit. But yeah, stake, we definitely need to get on. Shout out to Drake, Drizzy Drake, Toronto Drake, fucking, the sixth god, Drake with his whole stake partnership. I really wish we could have gotten a casino partnership, but Colorado's a weird state. I'm gonna have to move or something. I don't know. Season-long bets before the season starts are just fun to keep track of. Oh, I love futures. Futures are always dope.
I don't know. I don't feel like they ever pay enough for me to justify putting my money in there.
That's where I feel
I've had
the odds aren't there.
I've had futures pay out. I mean, I got paid out on Cincinnati.
In the beginning of the playoffs because you get a little more juice. I feel like on that. Like once you get into the playoffs, it's like you're picking to win the championship. That means they're going to win like 4 games or 3 games, and that's it's like in football. Or
that just means that you haven't had. That just means that you haven't had luck on futures.
No. I don't like put for 162 games. I'm going to put what $50 on the Yankees to win, and that's sitting there for 162 games. I'd rather make that 50 work.
You're dumb for putting fucking $50 on futures.
Whatever.
I don't play futures, so So features are better for long term players. Like if you're trying to play that long game, is that something else I'll go ahead and say really quick before we sign off? Is like if you're gonna play features, don't place like big amounts. Features play your smaller amounts. For me personally, that's from my perspective on features. throw $10, throw $20, $50. I don't mind. I don't think that's like too like when you start throwing like $100 on features, you're fucking insane.
Yeah.
Put that in the stock market and let it just develop over 6 months.
Exactly. I just play the stock market at that point. But I mean, if you're gonna, play 50 below on features, I have no problems with that. For me, if you're gonna bet, play the day to day. You're playing a game of risk. You're playing a game of chance. Don't hedge. Like very rarely should you hedge. Only hedge if you're really in a position where it's like, fuck, like I'm not trusting this whatsoever, but I still want to play this. But fuck hedging. Fuck hedging. You're playing a game of chance. You're playing a game of risk. You're playing a game for low output, high income type of scenario. So gamble to gamble and keep the spirit, high during it. 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. That's how I wanted to end the show because Super Bowl weekend's coming up, and I know a lot of y'all are about to go full hog. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get the DMs of your bets. I'm excited to get the DMs of your parlays. I'm excited for Mike to hype up his Chiefs. I'm excited for his TikToks. I'm
so
excited.
envious of you, Mike, for having an actual competent fucking team to cheer on. Like I so much envy right now. You have no idea,
dude. The amount of we got a Chiefs fan.
It took me 40 years to
probably,
get there.
I'm probably bringing. I'm gonna bring an Eagles fan on as well.
Let's do it.
We're gonna have tons of dope NFL analysts dropping their picks and recording their picks and dropping their picks. A lot of live performances. I heard a lot of brand new cocktails for the Super Bowl are going to be revealed this year. The number one bartender in the state of Florida is going to be bringing you guys his top-notch cocktails. Shouts to the homie Jay Batts, top 5 in the state of Florida, behind the bar, ranked. Like, this is real. It's real deal, Holyfield type shit. So we're going to be having a live mixologist. We're going to be having tons of live performances of different music genres, beers, brews, the boys, baller.
Dude, it's gonna be lit, as the young fellows say.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
Cap.
Who knows? Who knows? I might go out. I might go out tonight. I might go out tonight and bring y'all another bees, some other bees, and like get their picks.
It's on and popping.
Hey,
it's a Friday night and I feel all right.
This is how we do.
I was about to say yes.
It's Friday night and I feel all right.
Sounded just like William Hung.
Here on the wrong side, so I reached my bottle, could take my shot up. Designated driver got the keys to my truck. Tell the panel that I'm faded. Sports takes going crazy. No, we jaded. It feels so good in my hood.
I
don't think he's matched.
And then outro, dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly later.
Cheers to me, cheers to you all.